So I've been thinking about something lately. I don't think most of us have an execution problem. I think we have a discount problem, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean. I've learned languages, I build apps, I've done music before. I worked full time and still had time to create things and have a creative side of my life. So clearly I can execute, that is no doubt, and I feel like most of us can. But one thing I can say I can struggle with, and I think most people struggle with, is staying uncomfortable for long periods of time, Let's say you want to start learning a new skill, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning, you're motivated for it, You're researching, you're constantly showing up every day. Then you come up to a problem, right? You come up to a roadblock. Now, this is a pivotal moment in that process because we're gonna come to the problem, and once the problem presents itself, and it's not easy to hurdle over the problem, most of us gonna taper off and quit that, whatever we're trying to do. And that's normal, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like most of us, once that happens, we tend to look around and try to see the most easiest thing to obtain, and then we switch the plan up and we try to go attack that. Then the process repeats itself. You realize it's not that easy. It's not just a piece of cake, you know what I'm saying? Some people have the gift of gab, some people can do it on the first try, but I doubt it they can do it on the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth try, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta get used to being uncomfortable. And this is, I'm always talking to myself in these type of videos, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We always are saying, bro, I need to lock in. But what you gotta lock in on? What are you locking in on? If you change your direction every month, every 2 weeks or whatever, you might seem like you doing a lot of work, but in reality, you're running in place. You're running in place. And most importantly, repetition is where stars are made. It's where the skill is built. It's where the results come in. And I say that to say this, I love the feeling of starting something new. You know what I'm saying? I love that feeling. I love that adrenaline rush you get, that motivation rush that you get, you know what I'm saying? You got the new plan, your new direction. You start, visualizing, the way your life will look like with that new direction you're going into. Say for instance, you get a new job. You start to start making plans for the future, start envisioning yourself, start, doing the calculations on the imaginary paycheck you about to get and things like that, bro. We've all done that. Even with relationships. The best part of the relationship is the beginning. When y'all first meet each other, emotions are high, you know what I'm saying? Y'all feeling each other. And everything seems like, all, rainbows and stuff. You don't have any proof that it won't work yet. And so you're kind of still innocent, you know what I'm saying? But the middle is where it gets quiet, you know what I'm saying? That's when you start to slow down, start to realize, oh, this thing is a whole iceberg. I was just on the tip of it. Literally, I was just on the tip of it. I didn't see nothing, none of that extra stuff that I had to do or whatever to achieve this new direction or new goal that you have. All you get is showing up. You gotta persevere. I feel like most people quit, right? Not because they can't do it, but it's because of how it feels in the middle. Not the beginning, but the middle. The middle part is the hardest to overcome. It's what tapers off the people who are serious and the people who are, just playing. So I say all that to say this, I'm trying something new, y'all. Because I used to be that person. Not all the time, but, sometimes, some scenarios, I was that person. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna stay in one direction no matter the noise, no matter, the voices in my head telling me look at this shiny object or look at that, boom, boom, boom. No, I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna pick a solid plan and see it through. You know what I'm saying? If it don't work, it don't work. I gain the knowledge, I gain the wisdom to move on with something else that could work. Even if it's not fast, even if it's not exciting, even if I don't see the results right away, I'm gonna stick to it. I hope you guys do the same. And yeah, stick to one direction, one focal point, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all in the next video.